Hey everyone, welcome to my first video on the channel. Today we're checking out the best decks in Clash Royale, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. If you enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Deck 5. Knight plus Witch Evo plus Ice Wizard plus Graveyard Star. With this deck, you can easily build your push using Knight, Witch Evo, and Ice Wizard. Your main attack revolves around Knight, Ice Wizard, Witch Evo, and opening up a graveyard. Here, the opponent played out their push and we defended it easily. If any building is placed, you use poison to eliminate it before placing graveyard. You keep repeating this cycle. We supported a knight in the back, then opened another graveyard. He placed a building, so we got rid of it first, then played Knight Witch Evo. Now 2 witches are on the field. One will eventually die, but we continue with graveyard and Knight Witch Evo. He won't be able to stop this push, especially with poison. You keep spamming the same move. On defense, this match was smooth. We took care of Bowler with skeletons and 1 elixir, and Witch finished off the graveyard. Similar situation with the second graveyard push. Witch, Bowler, and Ice Wizard cleared everything, but he still took major damage. We have the counter push tools. Ice Wizard and Witch Evo with poison handled his Witch Evo and Bowler. We distracted the Bowler using Barbarian Barrel. With 2 witches and graveyard, it was over. Too hard to defend with poison active. P.E.K.K.A. A Goblin Giant spam deck, the push is very hard to stop. Our win condition is defending successfully. He tried warming up with Goblin Giant spam. We placed a building to redirect and eliminated Bombardier with Barbarian Barrel. We stopped his first push easily. Don't let him sit idle or you'll face pressure the entire match. You must counter push. Here we used Witch Evo with Knight and Graveyard and dealt good damage. But counter-pushing against this deck is tough. Regular Witch and Knight Evo combo resulted in a hard-to-stop push. Ice Wizard in the back slows down everything. You must spread out the opponent's cards. Don't let them advance together. We distracted P.E.K.K.A. with skeletons on both sides to prevent him from going straight to the tower. Witch and Ice Wizard helped us defend. We allowed minor tower damage and then launched another push. The opponent kept spamming Mega and Goblin Giant, but we defended using the same strategy. Split P.E.K.K.A. lanes, while Witch and Ice Wizard slow and damage him. Deck 4. Spam with Lumberjack plus Battle Ram plus Golden Knight. In this deck, the main tactic is repeated pressure on dual lanes. Don't let the opponent build his full push. For example, he played Lumberjack with support behind. We placed Ghost on the right and reduced damage. Then we countered on dual lanes with Lumberjack. He dropped Giant from the back and immediately we played Battle Ram from the right. Don't let him complete his push. Take the tower and drain his elixir. We defended with Golden Knight, Cannon, and Ghost. Then we counter-pushed with Lumberjack, took the tower, and kept trying to distract us with dual lane spam. But we had enough defensive cards. On our final push, we overwhelmed him and won. With spam decks, keep pressure on both lanes to control the game. Skeleton Dominator plus Giant Skeleton deck. He attacked, we defended using Battle Ram. Not always offensive, sometimes it's better defensively, especially against Giant Skeleton. We took chip damage from Mother Witch and activated Tower using Golden Knight. Ghost on the left went unnoticed and dealt good damage. Opponent activated King Tower. We defended against Dominator and game remained simple. He restarted with Skeletons and Giant Skeleton. We split his push and forced defense on both sides using Ghost, Cannon, and Battle Ram. Mother Witch from the back helped us build a counter push. He tried split lane push with Giant Skeleton, but Cannon and Ghost cleared everything. Then we launched our push. Dual lane damage gave us an advantage. Lumberjack on the left pressured him. He failed to defend and took major damage from Battle Ram. We defended Graveyard using Cannon and Barbarian Barrel. Ghost cleared Witch, and we easily defended. He dropped poison too late. In the final push, opponent sent Elixir Golem, P.E.K.K.A., and Night Witch Evo, an unstoppable push. Our only solution: all-out streak round push using every card and elixir available. We won before he could defend. Deck with P.E.K.K.A. plus Goblin Giant. This deck is very annoying, but we had enough variety to defend. We stopped his attack and launched counter push with Golden Knight and Battle Ram to the tower. GG. Deck 3. Mega Knight, Bats Evo, Miner. In this deck, you keep following up with Miner as a tank, supported by bats or gang or goblins, and this results in heavy chip damage. You repeat this move continuously. On the right lane, Mega Knight alone is sufficient for defense and can easily eliminate them. In defense, you can also use Miner with Mega Knight and bats. The Hog Evo and gang were distributed in the middle and we managed to limit the damage. We took a lot of damage, but we had a counter push he couldn't stop. Gang from the center and Skeleton Barrel took the tower. Here, Mega Knight Evo performed very well. Miner targeted Princess, and Gang took the tower. In the second match, the opponent used Balloon. We could defend against it with many cards. Inferno quickly eliminated the Balloon. Spear Goblins continued chipping away efficiently. This deck requires finesse. When the opponent drops the Balloon, you must consider he has Snowball and when he'll use it. Defend with Goblins behind. In this case, Miner tanks for them, and Spear Goblins immediately get chip damage from the other lane. As soon as he uses Snowball on the Skeleton Barrel, you send Goblins from the opposite lane and maintain pressure until you secure damage. There were 2 bats on the right who escaped with Inferno. Same cycle again, Miner tank, bats, and Spear Goblins, ending with the tower destroyed. Match against Hog, Bats Evo, defended even though he used Freeze. Mega Knight returned and took care of it. We counter-pushed with Miner from the back and zapped Inferno to protect Mega Knight. Bats cleaned up Valkyrie alongside Inferno and Mega Knight. Miner tanked for Spear Goblins and GG. The game is over. Deck 2, Firecracker plus Cannon Evo plus Mighty Miner with Hog. In this deck, you usually start the game right away with a Hog plus Firecracker push. The main idea is to get as many hogs on the field as possible. You're playing fast cycles, so you're going to take some damage, but that's fine. Same deck can face Goblin Giant or P.E.K.K.A., and that's when it gets tricky. One push from them can literally wipe all your towers, so defense is tough. Here we defended with the Mighty Miner and waited until we could activate the King Tower. Then we went again with a Hog plus Ice Spirit push. Ice Spirit is really useful. It gives your Hog an extra hit or two and slows everything around it. At this point, he dropped a P.E.K.K.A. from the back and we knew a heavy push was coming. These types of decks are risky. If you can't defend one push, all 3 towers could be gone. You'll keep taking chip damage, but the key is stopping their big push. So here, we defended with the Mighty Miner plus Ice Spirit combo to deal with the P.E.K.K.A. Then we switched lanes, since we had Firecracker Evo and Hog on cycle, and he played his P.E.K.K.A. on the left. That forced him to change his game plan. One key thing with this deck: don't let your opponent play however they want. You always want to control their elixir and make them spend it where you want. We forced out a spell here, then kept the pressure with Hog from the left. As soon as we saw the Goblin Giant in the back, we went in aggressively with Hog to take the tower, and it worked. We grabbed the tower just in time, but he came back with a strong counter-push. We placed Mighty Miner up high to defend, which wasn't perfect because the P.E.K.K.A. locked onto him fast. I didn't expect him to drop it that quickly. To stop the P.E.K.K.A., we kited it to the left side, using Skeletons plus Mega Minion, and Firecracker from the back cleaned it up nicely. We survived that push and actually won the game. Game 2, Firecracker plus Hog versus Fisherman. This one was a really tough matchup, basically a hard counter. He was playing RG with Fisherman, and that's super annoying for Hog cycle. You always need to think ahead. How can you force out the Fisherman so your Hog can get value? He started with a big RG push from the back with Fisherman, so we immediately went opposite lane with Hog. That way, we pulled the Fisherman away and made sure he couldn't help defend the RG lane. Then we played Cannon in the middle plus Skeletons to keep his Mighty Miner busy while our own Mighty Miner helped take down the RG. Even if he got a couple hits, that was fine. Next push, we went Firecracker plus Hog Evo plus Earthquake right on the Fisherman to slow him down and get some extra damage. Cannon Evo plus Log helped clean up the rest. Then we went back in with Hog on the left and Ice Spirit. Because we cycled faster, he couldn't get back to Fisherman in time, so he had to overspend and dropped 6 Elixir plus Lightning just to stop it. Same deal here. We used Skeletons on his Mighty Miner, and ours went to the RG. We went hog plus skeletons from the back with earthquake ready. That way, even if he dropped fisherman, it wouldn't pull the hog properly. And actually, we opened with hog plus earthquake and got some free chip damage. Firecracker from the back helped clean up his push. In this match, you need to be the one putting pressure. It's against a big spell deck with cannon plus firecracker, so even small damage matters. We kept going, hog plus firecracker plus mighty miner. And every time he tried to build up a push, we were already ahead on elixir and pressure. Game 4, drill plus mighty miner defense. Another game where we started with hog plus firecracker. And we placed cannon in the middle to help out. Then we cycled our own mighty miner in the back to prep for his drill. Cannon cleaned up his mighty miner perfectly. He tried to snowball, but we were ready with log. No damage taken. Again, hog plus ice spirit plus firecracker forced him to play drill defensively just to stop the firecracker. He went for a counter push, but we had cannon Evo, ice spirit, and skeletons. We waited for his snowball. You always gotta know if he has snowball Evo ready or not. Our mighty miner barely saved the tower in the final seconds. If he had gone in with a stone golem or something huge, we wouldn't have been able to stop it. In that case, you don't defend, you attack. Deck 1, Evo Dart Goblin, plus Goblin Barrel plus Bandit, dual lane spam. You're constantly putting pressure on both lanes and forcing out spells like log, arrows, anything really. The idea is simple. You attack one lane, then immediately pressure the other. You've got Rage plus that green spell, and Goblin Barrel, Gang, and Skeletons help you out trade. In one push, we went double lane with Bandit left and right. It was so aggressive he couldn't handle it. We managed to take a tower and instantly recover the one we had just lost. He played Giant plus Evo Witch in the back. You've got to look at how much elixir he just spent. We defended it all with just 4 elixir. Even if you take a bit of damage, that's fine. We hit back instantly. He used arrows, so we split pressure again. Goblin Gang on one side, Barrel on the other. No way he's got 5 spells in hand, so we're always getting value. He started building a slow push with Evo Witch again. We responded with Dart Goblin in the back, then used our spells on the graveyard instead of the Witch. Yeah, we took some damage, but if we'd used the spell on the Witch, we would have lost the tower. Then, boom, back at him with a massive counter push that he couldn't stop. Spam mind games and cycle pressure. We kept switching lanes. Every time he played log on the right, we'd go Goblin Barrel left. Kept him on his toes the whole game. Even if we didn't get direct tower damage, just the chip alone was giving us the advantage. He used Snowball plus Spirit to stop a plant on the right. We instantly hit left plus right with Gang. He can only defend one side, so we always came out with damage. At one point, we dropped Dart Evo to bait the log, then immediately followed with a Goblin Barrel. Sometimes you just have to sacrifice a card like Dart Goblin to bait out the spell you need, then you punish. Same thing happened later. He played log on Gang, and we cycled back fast, forcing mistakes and closing out the game. Defending with pressure. In defense, Bandit's a beast, super strong, especially paired with spells and Gang. Even if you take some hits, your counter push is deadly. Right side, we dropped Wall Breakers plus Barrel. Left side, Bandit with Dart in the middle to help with defense. He tried to play Tesla, but we split our push. Goblin Barrel on the right, Bandit on the left. That's the key to this deck. Don't let them know where you're attacking from. You're always coming from both sides. Dual lane pressure till they crack. Still here? That means you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe. More awesome Clash Royale videos are coming your way.